Special Olympics provides year-round sports training and competition to children and adults 8 years of age and older with intellectual and developmental disabilities. They have an event coming up that you don't want to miss, and the details are right around the corner on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Jeremy Morady, and with me today is one of our favorite regulars, Mike Long with Special Olympics, Polk County.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming in. I always love having you in. You always got all kinds of news to share with us and events coming up, and it's always a fun time.
It is.
Well, I'll let you kick it off. You guys have been busy here since we talked last month.
Well, first off, I want to say thank you to you guys for putting together that video. Now, I also want to tell you that you just literally killed me. I have gotten so many emails from people wanting to volunteer, get involved, new athletes seeing it. I mean, just the posting of that is just drawing so much attention. It's incredible. So, yes, you know, thank you so much.
Love to hear that, but sorry to put you in the position.
Well, with all the events we've had going on, I'm actually about 5 or 6 behind in emails, but today I'll probably get them caught up, you know, just following up with people who want to be coaches or volunteers or what can they do to help. So it was just great. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
The big event we had, of course, was what we talked about last time. On April 6th, we had the area Summer Classic Games, which was basically cheerleading, bocce, cycling, track and field, and volleyball, plus we did the tennis invitational. We ended up, usually these things are only between Hillsborough and us, but it ended up with 8 counties actually because they needed the playing time and just to increase the competition. In fact, I think there was 900 athletes, 400 volunteers, but I think the number that really was interesting was we fed 1,700 people.
Wow.
McDonald's fed 1,700 people for free. So, I mean, that's really the count that you can kind of look at to see, okay, how many meals did we dish out really, you know? So you can kind of see how many people were there and how big of an event it really was.
That's huge.
So, yeah, it was great. It's over at Jesuits in Tampa, which is, you know, it was a beautiful facility.
Oh, yeah.
Had a great day there, you know, except for, I'll have to tell you, boy, the sun came out about noon. It was beautiful and cloudy up to that point. Then the sun came out at noon. And it was kind of funny. I have to laugh. I'm sitting there and I'm watching everybody start to not feeling very good. And my go-to guy, Mike Lunsford, who is my right hand at all these events, he used to be in charge of emergency services here for you know, Polk County.
Oh,
and yeah. And I was looking at him, and he'd actually been sick the night before in his defense. He was the first to drop.
Oh, no.
So
no.
he comes over, we get him some water, he's okay. But that's funny, I mean, I was just watching people like, ding, ding. They started getting, you know, okay, let's get some water in here.
It's getting to be that time of year now.
Yeah, it's brutal. Yep. So yeah, I was like, yeah, it was, but we had a great time. It was really good. And of course, like I said, so many people, it was a wonderful experience. Then this was really thrown together pretty quickly on April 14th. Raymond James Stadium gave us the stadium basically, and we had a major big fundraiser flag football tournament. 22 teams, I believe, is how many were there playing flag football. What they did, they took.
And was that from all different counties?
All over the state.
Oh, state. Okay.
Yeah. They took the football field, took all the markings off of it, and then lined up 3 little small fields going, you know, the opposite direction. And we had games going from, I guess, 9 o'clock till 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But what was really cool from our perspective was Publix decided to have a team at the last minute. So they called me up and said, you know, can you get some athletes? And we had the most fun with Brian West came out and all the Publix people were there. And we put the athletes on the teams and split them up, and they played, and it was a great fundraiser. It was a great day. In fact, I saw emails afterwards, people saying, when are we doing this again? You know, from the Publix people that were at least on our team. Pictures afterwards, trophies. It was just, for an event that kind of on the spur of the moment, it turned out to be just a fantastic day. And this was the first one that we've done.
Okay.
So it's going to become an annual event. So next year we'll kind of get more media coverage and get more involved with it. But it was an unbelievable
So now
day.
for something like that, you said Publix called you up. Are there other companies that can call you if they want to sponsor teams and
Oh
put
yeah,
that together?
and that was kind of the thing. That was kind of the hopeful idea, was to do that, and we kind of I think some of that got done. I didn't really get
We were
involved
kinda
in it till
new
the
to it,
last
yeah.
minute, and it was only because Publix needed some people, so that's when I jumped in.
Okay.
Prior to that, there were several teams out there from different companies and stuff, and actually someone was telling me. Raymond James, not the stadium, the actual Raymond James people.
The financial, yeah.
Yeah, they had a team there, and I guess there was the state or world champions of flag football from some county. I'm not talking special needs. I'm talking a serious flag football team that plays and went all the way to. I don't know, either they won state or national, whatever. They were there playing. They were there playing the state champions.
Okay.
That was one of the final games.
All right.
So yeah, it was
Impressive.
Yeah, it was really for something that was kind of more, from my perspective, it was more of a last minute because it wasn't in my county and I didn't really have to, focus on it too hard. But now next year it's like, yeah, this is a must-go event. Yeah,
Okay.
everybody will get involved and do it again. And then we just finished having the law enforcement had a golf tournament over at Cleveland Heights. And of course, again, thank you to them. It's a nice fundraiser, great golf tournament. They do it every year annually. It's a good event for us. So that's kind of what's gone on in the last, month since we talked. Yeah, exactly.
Take a short breath, because you got a whole lot more coming.
Oh yeah,
coming your way.
Actually, the good news is I do have time. Things are kind of slowing down because now I'm only doing 3 sports. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? Even to say it out loud. Yeah, but yeah, we're down to kind of just doing 3 sports, and possibly I'm going to start putting together some fundraisers like a golf tournament and a Champions for Change breakfast and some of those things. I'll let you know dates on that. But we got golf is kind of getting ready to start. I'm still looking to. We have what we do right now. We have the team over in Lakeland that's at the first tee.
Okay.
And that I need to expand that team. It's maxed out. So I'm trying to get another one set up either in Lake Wales and or maybe up at Greenleaf up there. I'm trying to talk to some of these people now about trying to get together. The biggest problem is finding coaches. So if you know golf and you want to be a coach, let me know. Give me a call, because especially if you live in that side of town, or that side of the county, because once I kind of get worked out with one of the golf courses, next it's going to need coaches. And of course, you want somebody that understands the game of golf.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, does anyone really understand the game of golf?
Yeah. What's that movie?
I've played it for years, but still not completely on board.
Yeah. It's more up here than it is skill. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of yeah. But by the way, golf is a great example of Special Olympic sports. In fact, only about, I'm going to say 5% of the athletes that right now we have involved actually play on the course.
Okay.
There's an entire skill thing, and they have to go through the skills for a certain amount of time, and this is where they learn to putt. And they actually have competitions where they're literally putting against other people and to see who can get closest. They get so many points. They have to chip over a banner under the green, who gets closest. They have to do, of course, a drive with a wood, a drive with an iron. And you have to get, I think it's 60 points in that kind of, in the skills environment before you're allowed to actually move on to play.
So it's almost like a qualifier.
Right.
So you've got to know all the basic skills first before.
And master them too, at least enough to be on the course. And then they have like a 3-hole par 3 play, then they have 9-hole play, and then they have full 18-hole play. So yeah, but it's a great example that, if you have an athlete that doesn't know the first thing about golf, don't worry about it. They can come out and begin to learn those skills, and as they master them, then we'll move them right into the course. So that's getting started right now, and again, I'm trying to expand that as much as I can quickly. We've also got, starting May 6th, will be stand-up paddleboard. It's funny, we do that pretty good here in Hillsborough, in Polk County, compared to many of the other counties, because I don't know why, everybody loves stand-up paddleboard here.
Well, we've got so many beautiful lakes around that it makes for the perfect environment, really.
Yeah, it does. In fact, we actually host an invitational that we're setting up right now, and I'll get the date for that one probably the next time. But we invite, it's a regional thing. We just bring in everybody from all the different counties. They come here, have like a prelim just before we, getting ready to go on to state. And we're actually trying to talk about getting state competition because they have to do that at, I think they're doing it right now way down south, and we've got a lot better lakes than they do.
Oh yeah.
So we're trying to see if we can get get that set up and maybe move the entire state competition here for stand-up paddleboard. So that's getting started right now, and our competitions will be, I believe, in June or July for the final of that. We've got to kind of get dates set up with them. And then the other thing is swimming. It's getting ready to start, but I guess what the crazy part about swimming was, 2 years ago we had maybe 20 athletes in Polk County. Last year I think we had 40. I'm going to have at least 3, if not 4 teams this year of at least 20 each. I bet you we'll hit close to 80 athletes doing swimming. In fact, I just talked to the guys at Rowdy Gaines and get things worked out with them. We're doing the YMCA on the south side. They've actually even started practice, that team has. And we're working on trying to find another one for northern part of Lakeland because I got an entire group up there that wants to do it as well. So yeah, swimming's getting ready to start, and it's going to be our big, it's good. I mean, stand-up paddleboard will have maybe 10 athletes, but it will have some big tournaments to go with it, so it's kind of neat, but it's really neat to watch and stuff too. But swimming.
Well, I'm kind of curious with these sports like you were getting at with golf, with swimming, with paddleboarding. You know, I mean, everything starts for Special Olympics at age 8, goes on, through adulthood. If you've never done it before, can you just come on out and you're going to start learning the basics, kind of like with the golf? Yep. And even if you've never swam before, that type of thing, you're going to be walked through it, and start learning those
my
skills.
wife actually last year became an assistant coach, and she actually kind of wants to have her own little team this year. But what she wants to focus on, because some of the events are not swimming, they're actually walking across. How fast can you walk across? Wading through it.
Okay.
And she worked with the athletes that were more in need of that, more disabled enough that they needed that. And she actually wanted to kind of focus on that and have her little group that worked in that. And I doubt that any of them will really be swimming. There'll be more walking and assisted walk and that kind of thing.
Okay.
And there's a great story there. I mean, she took 2 girls that could barely, they were very homeschooled, not very little, and they blossomed. The next thing I knew, I was at equestrian, and they were out there riding horses. So yeah, that was kind of one of those stories that's kind of rotated, getting them started there, getting them involved, and now they're doing other sports all over the place. And these are 2, I think they're twins. I don't know.
And that's really what you guys are about.
Yeah, that's really it. It's getting them to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, in fact, it's funny. Somebody asked me today. I had to do a career day the other day, and. We're running out of time. And I literally said, they asked me, what's the best part about, what do you think about the job? And I said, it's like any job. I got paperwork, I got upset this, I got to deal with this problem. But I said, every time the neat part about this job, when my battery gets drained, all I got to do is go out to an event and sit there and watch those athletes and see the smile on their faces. And okay.
Yep.
I'm ready to go. Let's go. What's the next crisis
Makes
I got
it
to
all
deal
worthwhile
with?
to see what's going on.
And then, of course, the next big event is, and this is what we really want to talk about, is May 17th and 18th is the State Summer Games at the ESPN Center up in at the Wide World of Sports. That's going to have close to something like 2,500, 3,000 athletes. It's going to be, again, all those same sports, but Polk County is sending 150 of it on its own. Give you an idea.
What sports are we sending?
We're sending cheerleading, bocce, cycling, track and field, volleyball, and soccer. But the neatest part about this event that really, and I get chills I get little goosebumps still. And I always tell people, if you ever want to get hooked in Special Olympics, just do this. Show up about 7:40, 7:30 at the stadium down there on Friday, May 17th. And opening ceremonies will start, and about halfway through it, they'll open up the back fence, and in will come a siren flashing, lights going, a emergency vehicle, police, fire, whatever, from every county in the state, all the motorcycle police, and they usually line that the outside of the field at least once, if not twice. And then after they get all the vehicles in with all this flashing lights going on, in come all of the torch runners. And if you're watching social media, every county, every county's had the torch going through it with the law enforcement doing their runs.
Yep.
And so they now this entire string of law enforcement comes in with the torch, and they hand it off to the athletes. They run the bases with it and light the torch, and the ceremonies open up. And it's just a unbelievable
sight,
moment.
huh?
Yeah, it is. It's just unbelievable. And then
Now,
afterwards, you're like,
are guys from Winter Haven going to be out there doing the torch run as well? Or?
yeah, they haven't selected torch runners yet.
Oh, okay.
But what they are going to do is, and they usually put this at the end, and they moved it to the front, which is really going to be cool. First off, they're going to have the volleyball team that did the USA games. We've had them on before.
Yep.
They're going to be out there in their uniforms that they wore, along with a bunch of the other Florida people who went to the USA games. So they're going to be introduced.
Okay.
And then we always have nominations for each county, who is the Athlete of the Year, Unified Partner of the Year, and Coach of the Year. Well, they're going to do that. They usually do that at the end, but they're going to do it now at the opening ceremonies. So in will come Polk County with, whoever we nominate to be our Athlete, Unified Partner, and Coach of the Year. And of course, at the VIP, there's a VIP reception beforehand. I was kidding you guys earlier about, because I get to nominate the media people for the year. So I guess I'm going to give you guys. You guys have been so wonderful for our entire thing. So yes, we're definitely going to be there, and hopefully we can take some film and do. Yeah, we'll make a big deal out of it. So yeah, that's great. So
we love having you guys in. So
I love being here. And and the final thing, as everybody can see from what we're wearing,
we're twins today.
Yeah, we're twins today. I didn't realize this when you got the job, but every year we have a county shirt. So we got to design this shirt, and this is our new Polk County shirt. And the front, has a little emblem here, and then the back, of course, has the Polk County, the torch, and that's the athlete oath.
Yep.
Help me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. And so everybody will be wearing this, and there'll be an entire section that you'll be able to look up and see, oh, there's Polk County, because we'll have all 150 athletes wearing and their coaches and stuff wearing the shirt. So yeah.
All right, fantastic. Well, I've got mine on. I'll be sporting it when we come out next month and see you guys. So
love being here. You guys are fantastic.
Well, thanks for coming in, and we look forward to seeing you again next month.
Okay.
Special Olympics Florida and Polk County invites you to the Special Olympics Florida State Summer Games, May 17th and 18th at ESPN's Wild World of Sports in Orlando. Polk County is sending close to 150 athletes and participating in bocce, cheerleading, cycling, track and field, soccer, and volleyball. The events are free and open to the public. For more information, you can give them a call at 863-873-8219 or look them up on the web at www.specialolympicsflorida.org/Polk.